Hey, what is up, everybody, and welcome to Doc TV. This is my year-end video. I am closing the year off with a video, people. I know I haven't done a video in a few weeks because I said I was going to do a video and I haven't done one, but I am doing one to close out the year because this is in place of FNL Radio. We weren't able to do a year-end show this year because I've been working crazy, so I wasn't able to do that with Yoshi and Chris and Brandino, but I'm doing it in the video form. So I'm gonna see if Yoshi can do her own little video and post up on YouTube to the commemorate the whole FNL Radio year end special. Blase blase blah. And before I start, people, I got injured at work multiple times on this one finger. You don't want to see what's underneath of this, but I'm gonna tell you, I was really at work concentrating on this. Like I really wrote out a whole list of what I'm gonna talk about. So I'm gonna talk about everything under 15 minutes. My top 15 stories of the year that really intrigued me. You know how Barbara Walters her special, her her most fascinating people of the year. This is my most fascinating people of the year and events that happened this year. So I'm gonna talk about those things. But let me see. Make sure I'm cool. Make sure I'm cool. All right. But first off, let me just say that 2011 was a really important year for me. Like I'm going to write my letter. Usually I write a letter on Facebook. My year in review personally. So I'm gonna do that. But just this year was major for me because I turned 21, found love. My two sisters graduated. Shout out to graduated high school. Shout out to Charnay and Eloise. Got an apartment, new jobs, friendships, new family members, and everything. So this year was really definitely, a good year, and it made new connects and everything too. That was really important. So shout out to 2011, but 2012 is going to be even bigger. I tried a lot of new things in 2011 too. Like I tried calamari for the first time, and it was good. It was banging. So I learned, did a lot of new things this year. All right, but let me start off with this list though, and also people, FNL Radio will be doing more episodes in 2012. So don't fret, people. I know I haven't done an episode, but we're trying to, and Chris is coming back too, people. So y'all stay tuned. But let me see. Let me start my list. All right, Jay-Z and Kanye, Watch the Throne. That was one of my fascinating things of the year because they finally did the collabo album. Jay-Z is finally happy and content with a collabo album that doesn't resolve in beef. Now, of course, Linkin Park CD, that was, there wasn't no beef with that, but of course, we all know the R. Kelly situation. Hell, even the State Property CD with Jay-Z was drama. But, this is good. And I'm itching. This sweaters make me itch like shit right now. But that's what you get for trying to. That's what I get for trying to be, very extra holiday in a sense. But they kicked off the year with Ham that came out January 11th, 2011, and shout out to Lex Luger from Suffolk. Now I liked the joint when it came out, but for some reason I thought it was a hot ass mess. But I like it, but I don't, and I'm happy it wasn't on the CD. Watch the Throne. But Watch the Throne was definitely a hot album. The concert, I looked at the concert on YouTube. It was really cool. And I can't wait for the next installment from the Throne. Excuse me, they're not Jay-Z and Kanye West. They're the Throne. So shout out to the Throne. Praise Jehovah Kanye. Moving on to someone that's familiar with praising Jehovah Kanye, Beyonce. The year of four and flops. Now Beyonce came out this year with Girls Run the World, Girls song. I forgot the name. I even forget that the song is in existence. I just remember the song was in existence and the video was in existence when my sister had the Beyonce DVD. I got her the Beyonce DVD for Christmas, and she got her anthology up there of her videos. So I was like, oh, that did come out this year, but the song flopped so hard, and the CD was getting some negative feedback and this, that, and the other. But Four is actually a good CD, and Party is my shit. And like the CD for me, you know, I liked it. I appreciate it. In the long run, I appreciated it. It wasn't her most mainstream album, but I appreciated what she did with it. She took it in a direction that was hers, um, and that was old school. That was kind of different. So I appreciated her for that in the long run, even though she hasn't had one hit single for real off this album. And it surprised me that radio hasn't supported her this album because of the fact that it's Beyonce. You'll think anything Beyonce releases, it'll come out. I mean, hell, Nighty Girl was one of the wackest songs ever, and it was a top 5 hit. So you would expect for something that Beyonce would come out with, even if it's whack, to still be a hit. Hell, even you know, Destiny Child singles did better than the four singles. So I mean, but hey, it is what it is. But she did come out with some decent videos for it. I didn't like Best Thing I Never Had, but Party, Countdown, they were my shit still. So shout out to her for doing that. But speaking of Beyonce, her big sister Kelly Rowland had a successful year this year for some reason. Well, to an extent. Now she kicked off the year with Motivation. I remember when Motivation leaked out, I was like, "What the hell is like?" I like the song, but I was like, "Kelly, this your first single?" Because I mean, she was trying to do the dance stuff last year, and then trying to do this, that, and the other, shake them haters off, and rose-colored glasses, and all the other bullshit. And she had Motivation and became a big hit, and I was like, "Whoa!" So I thought that the album was going to do big. It did debut at number 3, but so a little less than Miss Kelly, and we all know how those sales were. So I mean, Kelly's working on her next album. You know, she had her one hit this year that was bigger than Beyonce's single at the time, but I mean, she didn't really follow up with anything after that. Lay It On Me flop. Down for That was doing good overseas, but that's overseas where and the album flopped overseas too. But I'm just saying, because she's out there releasing stateside stuff over there, knowing damn well that they like dancing, electronica, and all that shit over there, and you releasing your R&B stuff over there. What kind of sense does that make, Kelly Rowland? Come on, Calendria, let's think better next time. But shout out to her for getting the hit, and also J-Lo too. Another Double Dutch Bus member that came out of the Woodworth and got her a hit this year with On the Floor. Massive hit at that. So shout out to Claire Claire Bravo to J-Lo, even though your album sales were, but Claire Claire Bravo and your follow up singles, yeah, I'm not going to go into your single category right now because they all flop. But shout out to your one hit this year, Kelly. I mean, Jennifer Lopez, and your divorce too, and you dating Casper the Ghost now. Claire Claire Bravo to you being a sugar mama. But next up too is moving on from flops to hits. Nicki Minaj, she really surprised me this year with Super Bass. Now I didn't expect, you know, Nicki really hit a new, just this new stardom this year. She went on tour with Britney. She was on the Took Royal Ends remix. She was, shouting out Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez. Taylor Swift kind of initiated that whole Super Bass movement too because when she did it on YouTube at the radio station, and Selena Gomez as well. So I kind of knew that it was going to get some type of pop feedback, but I didn't expect it to be as big as it was. So shout out to Nicki for getting the big hit with Super Bass. That's what she's known for right now, and I mean, her whole level just went surpassed a rap artist. Like she's a legit pop artist right now. So clap clap bravo to Nicki Onika Mirage. But speaking of another rapper that's touched my soul this year, Kaya Shimon, aka Motormouth, her video blogs, her retweeting me on Twitter, just her craziness, her 4th of July, Labor Days, pangs, and Thanksgiving Day parades and other shit. I love Kaya. I have this love hate relationship with Kaya. For those who listen to FNL Radio and looked at what kind of foolishness that blogspot.com and looked at the doc report, y'all know for many years I've always talked about Kaya. But I've always had love hate relationship with her. I can't stand her, but she's funny as shit. It's just one of those things. So shout out to Kaya. The year of Adele. Now, shout out to everybody in the Black Snuggies and Armchairs. Were really decent this year. Rolling in the Deep, 21. Someone Like You. Now, Set Fire to the Rain. Adele sold almost 6 million albums this year in the U.S. alone. So, I mean, she's doing real major. So, it's like, who would have known? I remember Adele was so low key in the U.S. that, like, only I'd say me and about two of my other friends out of my group of friends knew who Adele was or knew what 19 was. I even got my dad on 19 before 19 was a hit. You know what I mean? So I've been on my Adele, and even when Rolling the Deep came out last year, I was like, I can't wait for that new Adele album. But now everybody was on Adele's dick now. So I mean, hey, shout out to the followers, but hey, Adele's doing real major. Um, Let me see what else. What else? Okay, Ti. Of course, he got in jail, got out of jail, got back in jail, and out of jail, and got his reality show now, which is good. I actually like his show with Miss Piggy. Um, Kim Kardashian and her music and her marriage. Y'all remember that joint jam? I played it on the FNL radio. We're not gonna go into details, but where's the music video at that Hot Williams directed? And Kanye's supposed to be in the video. But shout out to her 72-hour marriage, 72-day, 73-day, whatever the hell it was, marriage to Chris Humphries, who looked like a. Chris Humphries is like a special, like, it's, a dog that's special that you find at the kennel that's, you know, developmentally challenged. That's him. But anywho, Oprah, she started the OWN network this year and stopped the Oprah show. And OWN network was good when it came out, but then I like that on Sweetie show though. Welcome to Sweetie Pies. That cooking on food, that show because it's about food. That's why I like it. Come on now, y'all know that's why I like it because it's about food. And also her masterclass special with Jay-Z. Um, let's see. Chris Brown becoming the ultimate diva this year. Shout out to Justina Bieber as well. But he came the ultimate diva this year when he decided to color his hair blonde. And Chris is back to black now. He dyed his hair blonde about 10 times this year already. But Chris, you keep dyeing your hair, you have to start wearing lace fronts like Steve Harvey and Beyonce. Stop it. Stop with the hair. Stop dyeing your hair. You look a damn mess. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Um, and artists from this year that you should forget about: Kreayshawn, Gucci Gucci. Now blame Yoshi for introducing Kreayshawn onto FNL Radio and having us hype her up for the first week, but then her and B Nasty or whatever her name is, and Gucci Mane doing albums together and stuff, and Gucci Gucci was. I'm happy that whole era is over, so I'm happy it's done with. All right, my favorite artist of 2011. Now, J. Cole wasn't necessarily a new artist, in my book because of the fact that I had his mixtapes and everything like that. But when he released his album this year, he really stepped up. So I banged with J. Cole, Meek Mill. Of course, he's not old. I mean, he's not new too, but still, he's coming out right now. Hometown, Lee Clark, his mixtape, Super Bad, definitely one of the best albums of the year, and it was just a mixtape. So shout out to Hometown. He was on FNL Radio. The Weeknd, his trilogy of mixtapes, definitely on point. And Frank Ocean, one of the best R&B singers of today, right now. Like he actually can write and he actually can sing. You got that emotion. You wouldn't expect that from anybody that's with Kill Wolfgang Puck crew, our future Kill Wolfgang Puck. So shout out to them. Now artists to look out for in 2012: ASAP Rocky. Look out for him. Peso's really doing good right now. Amber Rose. Now, don't judge me, but Amber Rose is coming out with an album, and I'm kind of curious to want to hear it, so I won't judge anybody until I hear it. Uh, and shout out to Chris from FNL Radio. He's coming out next year. Kevin, one of my other friends too. I'm trying to get him on. And King Esquire, I'm trying to get him on too. So y'all look out for those people. And some new artists too. Of course, there's a lot of new artists that y'all should be looking out for. Now, also, this year we did lose some people that were really major, like Heavy D, Nick Ashford, Amy Winehouse, Elizabeth Taylor, Steve Jobs, who I greatly admire because I'm a tech geek, so I greatly admire him, and also Sierra's Long Toes and her career. So those are the people we lost in 2011. And what else? What else? What else? What else? What else do I have on my list? What else do I have on my list? Oh, and as far as TV, MTV canceling Skins. MTV Skins was one of the best shows ever this year, in January to February, or whenever it ended, I forgot. But for MTV to cancel it, that disturbed my soul. I cried. I couldn't believe it. That was my Monday, Tuesday night ritual to watch the show, and then for them to cancel it, it was just heart-wrenching. It was heartbreaking. But I appreciate you all for looking at this video and looking at all my videos, visiting the Doc Report, FNL Radio, listening to the show, and everybody, all my supporters. I appreciate you all so much. 2012 is going to be even bigger. I promise you all that. There's going to be more stuff coming up. I already had a new redesign of the Doc Report, and I also have FNL Radio recording episodes and everything. So I don't know what I would do without you all. So I appreciate you all. Happy New Year. Happy 2012. People, leave all your negative in 2011 in the past and move brighter into the future of 2012. So peace.